saved my life when I was younger. Okay? If a girl's playing games like that, right? Whether it's good or bad, right? You have a connection with that person. You kind of build up this whole, you know, facade, right? Especially when you guys... Oh my gosh, my game's stuck. I gotta relaunch it. You know, after you guys spend so much time together, after they do something and you ask them about it and they start being like that, that is very bad for your own mental health. I'm gonna let you know, because right now you're already feeling anxiety and you're really worried about it, right? That is a bad feeling at such a young age, especially when you're not even supposed to worry about that yet, right? So there's a difference between a girlfriend and a wife, right? A girlfriend, yeah, you care about her, you treat her right and nice, right? But when it comes to her own mental struggle and stuff, that's on her. Never put that on yourself. So if she's going through something, obviously try to be there, try to offer help, and just be that positive influence for her. But don't let her I don't want to say negativity, but her emotions and the way she's feeling affect you. Because right now you're at the age where you need to be building yourself up. When you spend so much time building everybody else up, you forget about your own person. So when she's doing this, let her know how you feel about her. Give her words of encouragement. Tell her she's beautiful. Tell her all this that you can do for yourself. But the moment she starts putting that stress and that struggle on you, take a step back, relax, breathe, and carry on with your day. Because at the end of the day, if she really cares about you, she'll make sure you're okay as just as much she wants you to check on her and make sure she's okay. And then don't be that happiness for her. Have everything around her be the happiness for you. And that's really tricky to do, right? Because you don't want to overstep. You don't want to, push out your boundaries as a boyfriend, right? But if she's having issues with friends and stuff or anything like that, give her a little shrug on the shoulder. Say, hey, what's going on? Yeah? And then help her forget about it, right? Because you'll never be able to control someone else's emotions. And I wish couples understood that so much, because they constantly have this issue where they feel like they can control somebody's emotions, right? And that's not how it works. Okay, you have your emotions, she has hers. But what you can do is give food for the healthy emotions, right? So, if you want her to be happy, you need to be happy yourself, right? And if you're happy, what's making you happy? What brings you joy? Right? And try to give that positive influence to her. And that goes with any type of relationship, friendship, partnership, brother, sister, whatever. You never want to be that negativity that just sends off this bad vibe, right? You want to be positive. You want to be encouraging. You want to be all this. So when she's right now and she's not texting you and stuff, you could be preparing, a nice poem for her, right? That doesn't take much out of you. You can tell her that you appreciate her, you respect her, and that you're here and you're concerned for her, but also tell her, I understand your boundaries, and I understand if you don't want to tell me things, but just know, I'll never understand your issues, but I'm here to listen to you. And that's what most women want, is they just want somebody to listen, not somebody to agree with them, not somebody to tell them something, but for somebody to listen. So maybe that's what she needs. Maybe, because that's the cool thing about being a boyfriend. You're a friend and you're more, right? So what do friends do? They inspire. They build this level of friendship being there for them, right? So you don't have to build this conquest, but you can build this bridge for something so more beautiful, something so rich that takes people years to develop. So I feel like if you can give that to anybody, you will be the most positive person in anybody's life. All right, man? So hopefully whatever's going on, you figure it out. It works out for you. Everything's okay and perfect for you. And that your day stays as awesome as you are, Doc. I push my happiness onto someone else when I feel I need it, but that also comes with me shutting myself off when I'm not happy, and that's kind of toxic to myself because I should allow people in my life like that to allow me when I feel they need it. So the bad thing with that, because I get what you're doing, because I typo that paragraph, they're supposed to say they instead of I. Okay. Well, see, I used to do the same thing, right? I felt like my happiness is what I could build onto somebody else, right? But that's very exhausting, right? You get tired, you feel emotionally strained, right? Because you're think of emotion as like a rag, right? And you need to put a little soap on the plate for somebody else to use, right? So you wring it. But what happens when you keep wringing a rag? It's gonna run dry, right? But a cool thing about that is there's always a faucet, right? There's always a sink of happiness for everybody to enjoy. And for that happiness, for everybody to be able to use that sink, right? You have to show them a way. You can't give them your rag and say, here, use it, right? Here, use my soap. What you can do is show them that sink, right? You can be a positive influence, but don't let that positive influence infect your positivity. And that's what you need to do to be able to enjoy your own happiness while giving everybody else their own abundance of happiness, because your happiness is different from my happiness. But that's the cool thing about happiness, is everybody's happiness is unique and everybody's life is important and special. So if you can show them, the sink of happiness, it is the most beautiful thing in the world when everybody around you is at the perfect happiness and everybody's at full vibe, and it's such a positive will, and it makes everything sweeter, dude. I'm letting you know. And the best way to do that, like I said, what makes you happy, try to show them that, right? Try to give them that positivity, right? But never take that positivity away from yourself.